What is a hustler? Hustler, an enterprising person determined to succeed, a go-getter. Over the years, the word hustler has taken a negative connotation. For good reasons, of course. When most people hear hustler, it pertains to selling drugs or just plain conniving people out of their money with no plans of paying them back. And for a short while of my life, that was accurate. Most of the people I knew with the title of a hustler was doing something illegal or selling drugs. It was no in between. One of my past homies summed up what a hustler was for me, which made me interested in becoming one. He said, "A hustler is a person that is all about money. No matter the weather, he is outside posted trying to get that paper. A hustler don't wait on nobody to tell him when and where he can get money. He up early chasing that bread." Of course, he went more in depth, but after this talk, I knew I wanted to be a hustler. I had to follow his lead, and that's what I did. At the age of 13, I would be up before school, posted on the corner with the hustlers, watching and observing how they did it. It was very appealing to me. I mean, it would be 5 to 10 degrees outside with snow to the ankles, and they would be on the corner selling drugs or hustling. That's just how it goes. The adrenaline that's released from selling drugs kept us going, and some even warm. It might sound crazy, and it might be, but I do know we all had one goal in mind: get money. To be honest, I believe the entire west side of Chicago adopted this philosophy, because most people that I was incarcerated with from the west side had drug charges. I didn't know it then. I thought the dealers on my block were the ultimate hustlers. Then, when I came home, another one of my big homies put it like this: "The west side don't breed nothing but hustlers and killers." When I heard this, I had to sit back and think how hard my block went. On that thought, I realized that I know some dudes that made millions from selling drugs on my block. After that, I had to pay attention to other blocks. I then knew I was the true definition of a hustler. This is why I can divine what a hustler is. I know I said it already, more than once, but a hustler is all about making money by any means necessary. You might be asking yourself, why? Some say that hustlers are born. I beg to differ. A good hustler is built. I repeat, a good hustler is built to hustle, like when an engineer builds a Ford automobile to drive or some other type of assignment. A great hustler is forced. I repeat, a great hustler is forced to hustle because of the misfortunes and mishaps they dealt with in the beginning of their younger life. Pete, when a pre-hustler sees material things that glitter, that their parents can't afford to get or won't get, something clicks in their mind. It first starts off with candy. Every kid loves candy. But when that kid wants more than their parents want to get or can afford, it becomes a problem. At first, I seen dudes steal candy because it was easier to do. Then they would sell it only to say that they had money in their pockets. At first, I couldn't understand it. I used to think to myself, why don't his mama buy him candy? But now that I look back at it, it was quite amazing. That doesn't mean it was right, but it was amazing nonetheless. With each grade, the hustle and the product grow for a pre-hustler because the things that they want cost more. They are always trying to find something to sell to get what they want. Eventually, the pre drops and they become a complete hustler. Like I said before, most of the hustlers I knew sold drugs, but nowadays, there is many other hustles. After I stopped selling drugs, I was able to see that. When I was released from the Department of Corrections a long time ago, I decided to get my GED. I couldn't go to high school, and I really didn't want to. Get my GED, in my opinion, was my real first hustle. I had to learn everything that I was supposed to learn in high school, which was the hardest part. I had to make sure I showed up for GED classes at night when I wanted to be out chasing girls or getting drunk. I had to prove to my mom that I was a different person than before I went in. It became so overwhelming that I had to stop going to the classes and study on my own time and space. This was difficult, but I had more passion to study and learn on my own than in class. You might be saying to yourself, thirsty to tell me, you weren't getting money for getting your GED, so how was that a hustle? Well, it took a lot of the hustle mentality to stick with it. I had to mentally act like I was getting money or receiving instant gratification to keep me studying and retaking it when I didn't pass the 2 times I took it. I also knew what I could and would do when and after I received it. This is the same for college or any other legit activity that doesn't have instant gratification. Like my mom always tells me, you have to know and believe how important delayed gratification is. You work hard now and be comfortable with everything you want later. Nothing instant lasts long. Since I am in college and will be for a long time, the hustle mentality is still and very well has to be with me. I wake up every day and treat school like the block. To get the best results, I have to be there early. I have to be attentive. I have to be committed. I have to be watchful. I have to be hardworking. I have to take it serious. I have to be vigilant. I have to be on my toes. I have to be tireless, but know when to get rest. I have to know when I'm doing too much. I have to network with others. I have to listen to my elders or teachers. This is just a few of what I have to do, but you get the idea. You have to know that whatever you want will come if you hustle for it. For a hustler, begging is out of the question. Everybody can't and don't have the hustle in them, but they can definitely learn it. Above all, like the introductory quote says, you have to have the go-getter mentality.